right, here we go. Monos versus Tunnels in 2700 Supersports. David Meads out of pole. Richard Meads out of 2. Chris Oakley, Caleb Frost, Timmy Martin, and on the far outside in his 1800 boat is Scott Rouse in the Cheyenne, and they tip in to turn number 1. Caleb Frost hits the pin first and heads out down the back straight. Chris Oakley goes with him. Leader of the Monos now is the Silver Bullet, David Meads. And Steve Gilligan, unfortunately, in the Bullet 1. A late starter. Not sure what the problem was there, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, he's nearly gone around. He hasn't. Wow, must have been all the boats that were around him. Must have confused him. Down the front straight away now, Chris Oakley gets into the front. Sarcasm's the lowest form of humour, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Oakley doing a great job now out in front of Caleb Frost. Frosty tiptoeing from sponsor to sponsor. It's on between these two tunnel boats. No love lost here. And the battle of the Monos. Oh, Timmy Martin has a big fly. In fact, he gets a bit loose and he loses some pace. Dave Meads manages to keep the foot in through the slop. Richard Meads up the inside. And Scotty Rouse in his 1800cc boat. Oh, Timmy Martin gets a hose off from Richie Meads. That'll be about the 800th one for his career. Back straight away now. So, Dave Meads leading in the Monos. Back to Richard Meads, back to Tim Martin. Back to Scott Rouse. Bullet 1 obviously with some problems. A new engine on this boat. Chris Oakley out in front. Bullet 1 just running around the outside. Obviously some handling issues for that boat as well. So Oakley on pole. Tips it in hard. Frost on the outside of him. Up the back straight away. That's 1-2. David Meads, one of the hard chargers of the Victorian Outboard Club in the Silver Bullet. Just holding off his brother Richard in the LS Marine on the inside and Tim Martin in the water court on the outside. Down into turn number 1 they go. Scott Rouse doing a great job in the 1800 boat, but just not the horsepower of the bigger boats. Up the back chute, yellow flags produced. 1 lap to go now for Chris Oakley, race leader. Holding off Caleb Frost down the front straight away. Frosty hard down into the turn. Really working on the transom of Chris Oakley at the moment, but Chris doing a great job to hold him off. A hard charging Caleb Frost. Steve Gilligan, some issues in that boat as he struggles around the course. Davey Meads, yellow flag, 1 lap to go for him. This is the real battle of the race. Tim Martin and Richard Meads. Timmy Martin on the outside in the water cool. Richie Meads on the inside in the LS Marine. Timmy Martin, professional, leaving plenty of room there for Richard Meads as they come into turn number 1. Checker flag comes out, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. It's a drag race alone. Chris Oakley over Caleb Frost. So, Rusty Oakley getting the job done there. So that's 1 each for those two boys. Pole position playing a big part in that one. The real battle going on for 4th and 5th respectively. In actual fact, Dave Meads, barring something crazy happen, is going to pick up 3rd place. Steve Gilligan comes through a lap down. Dave Meads comes through 3rd place, first of the Monos. Great run there. Timmy Martin, a hard charge late in the field. Into 4th, 2nd of the Monos. Richie Meads into 5th, 3rd in the Monos.